In this episode of the Funny Business Podcast, we play What's the Word? And we try to avoid the zombie thing, but we talk about our golf swing as well.
And on the flip side, we tell you why you've been playing the game Uno incorrectly your whole life, and we discuss the differences between Fall Out Boy and Billy Joel. Mike, hit the music. USA, 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 USA. America. Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. We're having a great time and hope you are too. The reason for the USA chant, we are recording on Independence Day. It's a great day of the year, a great day for a cookout, some hot dogs, some burgers, a couple brewskis. However you celebrate 4th of July, hope you're having a great time. I hope you had a great time. And we are ready for another fun-filled, fantastic episode of the Funny Business Podcast. Mike is Millie rocking, where the vibes are high. It is 10:30 in the morning. We are drinking Mike, you drinking coffee? We are drinking coffee. Mike has become a full white girl with his white girl cup and iced coffee. I am drinking an iced coffee from a lovely Funny Business mug. You can find that in the merch store, solo.to/funnybusiness. Mike, how are you? How are things?
America! Yeah! Dude, top of the morning to you, my friend. I'm ready for another fun episode, but I'm enjoying my nice cold brew after my nice tall glass of water after breakfast. So I think I am ready. I'm amped up. I'm ready to go. Most importantly, I'm ready to go 10 rounds, 12 rounds, 8 rounds, however many rounds we decide this podcast should go. But I must ask you today, on a scale of 1 to America, how free are you tonight?
I would say it's a tough one to America.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1776.
All right, cool. All right, awesome. Thank God you knew that pickup line.
I did.
Yeah. We're going to make this a fun one, boys and girls and children of all ages. If children do listen to our show.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Nope.
We're like the late night shows where it's like, you really shouldn't watch us. Like, mom and dad, kids, turn away. This is the time to go upstairs, go to bed, or I don't know. That would be a niche market to get to.
What?
Kid podcasts.
Could
you imagine we go full Blippy?
Yeah. In today's episode of the Funny Business Podcast, we have Bluey on the show.
Bluey,
how are you?
Today's podcast is brought to you by the letter H. I tell you, the kids market, like...
I do have the Tommy Pickles costume I can wear.
You do? Could you imagine you're in a diaper every week?
We'd be put on a website.
I don't know. Like, should I be like David S. Pumpkins every week? Any question?
I don't think kids know what David S. Pumpkins is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I don't know how kid-friendly this is going to be, but today we're going to play What's the Word? Because why not? It's a holiday week. Everybody, corporate America is so upset that everybody's calling it a long extended weekend, but they had to work on Monday. So,
how awful people actually had to work on Monday. Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow, couldn't be me.
And then there's some other people who had to take personal PTO in order for them to have a full long extended weekend. So we're going to play What's the Word for those who are returning. You know the drill for those who are not. I'm going to randomwordgenerator.com. And what I'm going to do is I have a button to click. And to that click is a random word that comes up. And usually that sparks a great conversation between Matt and I. This was inspired by the Try Guys. And as always, Matt, how many clicks are we going to start with today's What's the Word?
I am wearing a retro Steve Nash jersey. So Mike, the number is
careful.
13.
All right, cool. Don't want to lift it up too high or else that won't become kid friendly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Matt, the first word for what's the word today is blame.
Blame. Wow. First thing that popped in my head was Don't Blame Me by Taylor Swift. I'm not going to lie.
Oh. Mine was blame it on the alcohol.
You know what else? People need to take blame more often. Like take the blame on their own. Is that not making sense? Own up to it. Yeah. So many times people just like try to like weasel the way out of things. Just be a grown adult. Own up to it. Say you were wrong. It's not hard. People will get over it. They'll respect you more for it.
Like me, hand up today. Matt was having a really hard time with his audio, and come to find out, I was the one to take the blame.
Huh, interesting.
I did take the blame. I said hand up.
And you know what? I appreciate that.
Hand up. All right, next word. Crown.
Crown. Remember how long it took us to get a crown in Fall Guys?
Yeah.
Remember Fall Guys?
I mean, we haven't, what do you call it? We haven't dabbled in it lately.
No, we haven't. It's fallen off.
You know what is getting a crown now with a video game?
I was just going to bring this up.
I think. Go ahead. You can bring it.
Get Up.
Only Up.
Only Up. Yeah. I want to play it so bad.
It's like, I feel like if you, you want to play it, but you know all the things that like you have to do in that game. Whereas like, I think the surprises come in. Like I remember Courage JD playing the game and there was a certain spot where he knew both Tim the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect fell from because it was basically a fake landing. So like he knew where to go. And he even said too, like in honor of me already being spoiled of what the result is, I'm just going to do it. And he tried doing it and he actually landed in a spot that both Tim and Doc did not land in. And he actually was able to continue through.
See, that's the thing. I haven't watched like a ton of it. Like I haven't watched like anyone play the whole thing. Yeah. I've seen clips. It looks fun. I think we should. I want to stream it once. I just want to try it. I like it. Is it all? I think it's all PC. Platforms. Is it PC only?
PC.
Damn. Okay,
it's okay. Sucks. Maybe you can come over sometime and stream
it. Correct. Yeah, that'll work. But just know if I would be able to play it, I would.
Yeah. You know, I know it's funny. Keeping tally of all the people who've played it. Ninja has successfully made it. Courage JD has successfully made it. Dr. Disrespect has made it. You know who has yet too?
Tim.
Well,
Ninja beat it in like 2 hours.
He did, which was impressive, and he only had one like super bad fall. But all right, next word, pitch. Like,
how's your golf swing coming along?
You know, we were kind of breaking it down yesterday. We went to a driving range. It was a great idea that Jenna had as we were trying to figure out, moving in and all that jazz. What I've learned, and you can talk to me about this. So I actually filmed myself because I just wanted to see what it looks like.
Yep, absolutely.
But I think not the issue that I've had. Obviously, I grew up playing baseball. So a lot of my baseball swing is still being implemented, which is a really hard thing to break, and I'm sure you can relate.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah. I think, so what I was doing really well with yesterday was actually, this was the first time going to a driving range that I was mediocre across all types of clubs. Like I was mediocre across all the ways. But what I've learned, and I think this is, Jenna has pointed out that this would cause an inconsistency, is I am fluid with my swing. Like there are people that will like get set, bring it up behind them, hold it, and then swing. Whereas like I can actually get the ball off the ground if I just went one fluid swing. Care to input?
Yeah, I think a fluid swing is pretty important. I mean, I'm I've been golfing for, gosh, I don't know, since like high school, and I still don't really know like exactly like how it affects my swing because I still suck.
Gotcha.
It's just a frustrating game because like you'll fix one thing, and then like 2 weeks later something else goes wrong that you don't know, and you have to like figure that out too. But yeah, fluid swings definitely. The thing with me is and the last time I went golfing, it was really bad in the beginning and in the middle. And then something kind of clicked in the end. I was so concentrated on my backswing
Right.
that I wasn't thinking of the follow through.
Mm.
Like it's really something where like before you hit the ball, and it's funny, like when they tell you you're in baseball and you're up at the plate, like don't think, like, just let it happen. When you step up for a golf shot, I always now in my head go through every single routine. All right, this is my backswing, this with my foot, this with my placement, this with my forward, like my follow through. You really do kind of have to like give a second to like think about what you have to do and then actually do it, which is very weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even like I think about that, it's like, okay, like I sliced my last shot. I'm going to move up a little bit forward, like in order for me to balance it out and shoot straight. But I think I don't hit, like, I think again, it's just like when you hold it, which like, I think there is benefits of like holding it up for like just a second, but coming down on it, like you already have the muscle memory of where you're meeting the ball at if you just fluid swing. But I don't know.
What's your favorite club? What's your least favorite club?
Favorite club would have to be, least favorite club would have to be one of the woods.
Yeah, I'm not a wood guy.
I'd say my favorite club is an iron. Like I don't have like a particular one, but that's the one where like I really feel like if you saw me only swinging my iron, like you could, wow, he's a golfer. Like I'm no way a golfer, but like
same.
Just getting the air and the height on it, like I could probably use my iron for my driver to start for the game.
I do sometimes. If I start around, I'm actually golfing this Saturday with a few guys from college, high school, and work.
That's a mix.
Yeah, it is. If I don't hit my driver good the first like 6 holes, I'll just use my forearm.
Switch it.
I have a hot take.
Wait, before you do that, do you tee it? Like, do you actually set a tee for your iron, or you just let it?
Yeah,
okay,
I tee it. Yeah, always tee it. Well, off the tee box, I always tee it.
Right.
I have a hot take. I actually think, this is me personal, I would rather, what golf shot feels better? I think a good 160-yard iron shot onto the green is better than like a 260-yard drive dead straight. And like I can't hit my driver for shit right now, and it's very frustrating. I don't know what's going on. However, I would still prefer an iron shot on that lands on the green than just like a drive right down the middle.
Gotcha. Wow. Golf clap.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of pitch, going on to another sport. Did you see the Mets fan fall in the outfield?
No.
I think it was last night.
No.
Yeah, so there was somebody that fell in the outfield and actually landed on the field.
Oh, God.
And what was really stupid was like he had no intention of like doing anything stupid. So like he literally had his hands up. He was in pain, obviously, because he fell like a good 10 feet. He was in so much pain. But yeah, the security guards were like security guards were sprinting at him and looked like they were going to tackle him. But he's like, get me to where I need to be, but I'll comply, like, but just don't get me don't tackle me. Like, I just literally fell from 10 feet. They didn't show the replay, obviously, of him falling, but like, it looked like he was hurt.
Yeah.
So, all right, next word. Order.
Did you ever watch Law and Order?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I feel like all those shows are just like, they're all the same. I don't understand how people watch like Law and Order and Law and Order SVU, Law and Order Chicago, and then the other crime shows, NCIS. Like they have to all be the same.
We watched Night Agent. I know I mentioned this on the podcast. We just finished it, I think 2 weekends ago. It's a great show, and they're coming out with a second season. Netflix made it, so it's good rec. The only thing I thought about order was order of operations. What is PEMDAS? PEMDAS. Bro, what do you mean by PEMDAS? All right, this next one, Matt, you'll love this one. Beach.
Let's go to the beach. Nicki Minaj.
What?
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
What?
What video is that?
It's I think it's a Vine.
Oh.
Let's go to the beach.
Talking about
Nicki
platform
Minaj.
that hasn't been around since like 2015.
Yeah, but it's like an iconic Vine.
Okay.
I didn't even have Vine and I know what it was.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait to go to the beach. Going in about 2 weeks from today. Going to a beach I've never been to before. Always driven by it. Going in Delaware. And Mike, the best part is right from the condo / hotel that April and I are staying at. It's just going to be just the two of us for a long weekend. There is a Dogfish Head restaurant.
Oh, yeah. You've talked to me about this.
Yeah. So excited for that.
Double check. There's a lot of special interest bars. I think one in particular, we'll have to talk about it after the podcast. There is a light up bar. Like the whole bar top is just lit up. It's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So,
are you a chair or towel guy? Do you sit on a chair or lay on a towel?
Chair, definitely.
Umbrella?
Yes. I burn like a...
That's true, you do.
I burn.
Yes.
So bad.
Yes.
Next one. Clerk.
I got nothing.
There's this old movie called Clerks. And it was funny. To me, totally unprofessional, but we used to scoop ice cream at this stand. It was like kind of like my first job ever when I was a kid. And we'd make videos when customers weren't there. And there is this, somebody recommended that we should make like a spoof of Clerks. And it basically is about a convenience store that is just like totally something you like shouldn't do like ever. Like there's just things like you just should not do at a convenience store as an employee. And like we kind of did that, but like looking back on it, like it was very humble beginnings of my video editing career. So but yeah, Clerks, if anybody knows who that is, give us a shout out. So, all right, the next one, swear.
Do you think, do you think would be the reaction across public if they just let people swear on TV, radio, anything? They didn't bleep anything out. I just came off that off the top of my head. That's a great conversation topic.
That's a great conversation.
Give myself a pat on the back.
I mean, I think that's why we have the FCC. But I think there is it comes with order or regulation. Like without that, like there could be kids that tune into a TV show that like learn the word and like or
well, they got it from SpongeBob anyway.
Yeah, right. I wish my censor button was the dolphin noise.
That'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious. Crabs is
I think people would be pretty outraged. But there's also just like more and more kids that just like they're not like, and this is us getting old. This is going to be a really old man take. I just want everybody to be prepared for this. Kids are way different from when we were kids. They're rebels. They're rascals. They're doing things that we never did as kids. They're out of control.
I will say as we've moved, we have to find new experiences and new things to like service us. So I went to a barber for the very first time. Nice. I've always gone to like a salon or like, this was my first time with a barber. I love the results. Like I'm so happy with it.
Mhm.
But he said the same. He's like, man, like when we grew up, like like great conversation regardless. But it was just, I did not realize that the first time meeting this barber, we were going to have a conversation about like kids today are this and that. And he brought up emotional support animals. And I was just like, okay.
I mean, those are necessary.
Yes.
Jeez. Interesting.
Thankfully, I didn't say I run a podcast with my best friend. So maybe he is a listener. We never know.
He could be.
Could be. Somebody, I saw this on Reddit, I think. Yeah, here I am on Reddit. And something about like swearing, like they say that when we are young, swearing profusely is a sign of maturity. But then when we are old, swearing profusely is a sign of immaturity.
That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I get that. Because, like, when you're older, there's no need to just, like, every 5 words is an F-bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when people talk like that.
Yeah.
Usually, occasionally, yes. But you do kind of grow up and realize, okay, so I can speak without swearing every time I talk.
I could do that? Wow. All right, next one. Hobby.
I want to pick up a new hobby.
What kind?
I don't know. But I had this thought like last week. I would like to try something new, but I don't really know what that is.
Okay.
Or have time for a new hobby. But I want to do something different.
I keep saying I want to find like a rec league. Like now that I moved to a new area, like try to find like either a soccer or like a basketball rec league, something to do on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I when we had staff softball a little while ago, I did say like getting back into like slow pitch softball would be awesome.
Could you imagine us doing a beer league together?
What if we just joined a slow pitch softball league together?
We got to find that.
We're doing that. That's absolutely happening
right now.
That's absolutely happening.
Hey, we're new here. Slow pitch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find those. That would be sick. The guys that I work with do it. They have like a Monday night league every week in the summer. There's like different teams they play for.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much it is, but I'd be down for whatever.
I'd be down.
I was sore as hell afterwards. And my thumb is still kind of messed up and it's been 2 weeks. But I'm ready to get back into it.
Okay. I wrote it down.
Wonderful.
Okay, so the next two was Decay and Flesh, and I really don't want to talk about that this morning.
Those back to back? Wow.
Back to back.
Big zombie day.
Yeah. And then the third one, Blade.
Blade?
Yeah.
Blades of Glory, great movie.
Yes.
Underrated. I also haven't probably watched that movie in over 10 years. Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. It's so good.
Yeah. Like Will Ferrell, of course. Like top 10 actors of all time. Like
yes.
It's
and he's not 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. He's in top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah. What's your top 3 actors right now?
Right now?
Well, all time.
Robert Downey Jr. Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll throw a girl in there. Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay. I'm going to go Will Ferrell. I'm going to go Leo. And I'm going to go with, this is a tough one. Wow. I want to say Jennifer Aniston.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Jennifer Aniston and Jennifer Lawrence, the Jens.
Mm-hmm. The Jens, absolutely.
The Jens.
It's a great actress name.
Yeah. Yeah, Blade on him. Okay. We'll do 2 more. Minor, and not like minor league. Minor as in like Cole Kraken.
Cole Kraken. Tough job. Wouldn't want to do it.
Was it 5th grade? Yeah, we went on a 5th grade field trip to a coal mine.
So you did like dirty jobs in school?
Kind of. Like we went, like it was amazing because, and I'll always remember it. Like they had this like little like coal cart, not like a cart that's filled with coal, but like they actually had it where you went down to the coal mine. Like you went all the way down, and you were under the ground. And they obviously had like things that were like showing and like kind of like sculptures or like kind of like figurines that were around, so like you kind of like got a feel for it. I always remember that, like being down there, and it was like nice and cool too. Like it was nice and cool. Like it was really nice.
That's actually kind of lit.
And I had I know obviously family I've never met, but there was a few family members that were in the coal mines that obviously I never got a chance to meet, but I was told stories about them. So all right, one more, and then we'll do your favorite. Check.
It was very helpful when you go to the grocery store. Make a checklist.
Yes.
Always got to make a checklist. Can't just go to the grocery store and be like, all right, what do we want to buy? Because your bill is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm. I think I've turned Jenna on into the using the Amazon ALEXA for the grocery store list.
We have yet to plug in our ALEXA.
Don't you have a Google?
My parents have Google. April has the ALEXA. Yeah.
A Karen.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Kind of breaking news.
Okay.
One of my friends just texted me. Obviously today, 4th of July.
Right.
The hot dog eating contest is today.
Yeah.
The over/under for Joey Chestnut on betting sites is 72.5 hot dogs. That's disgusting.
What?
That's revolting. Repulsive.
I found what was it? There was like a meme. It was like Joey Chestnut at the start of July, and it's like LeBron James in the Miami Heat when he was like going like total LeBron, like zero dark 30 mode, like the whole look up, and he's like totally serious.
That's crazy. Over 70 and a half hot dogs is minus 130. That's the favorite, and then under it's minus 110.
72 and a half.
72 and a half. That's disgusting.
Oh.
That's revolting.
Oh, man. Anyway. All right. The last one, of course. Matt, how many letters will this last word contain?
I actually forgot to do this. 6.
Corpse.
Wow.
Let's skip it.
Yeah, okay.
Hunter.
Never gone hunting. You have.
I have. I've shot. I've killed a 4-point buck.
That all?
That's it.
Nice.
I just never had time because it was the winter season. And, winter season basketball.
Right. I just never really had an itch to go.
It's kind of easier for me to go where I used to live compared to you.
Yeah, I mean, my dad hunted. He did archery and regular rifle. Didn't really get many deer. But I just never really had the itch to just like go hunting, sit in the woods. It's not really my thing.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It do be. But yeah, that is today. What's the word? Hopefully you all enjoyed.
And we would move right along with our first segment for the day. Dude, that's crazy. Mike, I will go first.
Hit it.
I've actually had this list for about 2 weeks now.
Wow. So prepared.
Yep. So Mike, each state kind of has their own like official flower, official
bird,
official sport.
Really?
There are official sports, yes.
Okay.
Yep. What do you think, like, official sport? You thinking like baseball or like basketball?
Hockey.
Yep. Tennis, maybe.
Tennis. Cricket.
Sure.
Croquet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What else?
Jousting.
Yeah.
Mike, jousting is the official sport of the state of Maryland.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
How I have a few questions, Maryland, and I love the state of Maryland, but I have a few questions. Number one, why?
Okay, you know what? You know what came to mind for me? Let me just verify this. Okay, you ever seen the Maryland state flag before?
Yes.
It reminds me of like the Renaissance, the medieval times for like jousting. So like, I'm not surprised that that's the official sport.
Right, but like, no one does jousting as a sport anymore. Unless you're at like a Renaissance fair and it's like
I was just gonna say a Renaissance
it's fake.
fair.
Have you ever been to a Renaissance fair?
I had the opportunity to go my junior year in high school, but we were in a playoff game, so I could not go.
It's an interesting time. Very interesting time. Good
You
turkey
went?
legs, though. Yeah, we went in, I think it was for school one year. Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I kind of want to know if they actually do jousting in Maryland, though.
Dilly.
Yeah.
Let me let's see here. Jousting in Maryland. There is a Maryland Jousting Tournament Association.
Oh God! But like, what happens if you die? Or is it maybe it's like safer? Do they use like pool noodles now?
I'm trying to see here if there's any official photography from this. Oh, they literally say "Heary." Sorry. Okay, they kind of they look like pointed sticks.
Okay. I'm assuming they have to wear a lot of padding.
Oh, you know, unless I see now. So it's not really an active like jousting at each other. I'm seeing with some of these photos from the actual Maryland Jousting Tournament Association
Nice.
that the idea is that you carry a spear, but you are going underneath an archway, and at the middle of that archway is a rope with a loop in it, and you're supposed to get the jousting stick through the loop.
Oh, that's lame.
you want gore. I want
blood. I want to see some blood. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
So, speaking of which, state official sport dodgeball.
There's got to be someone. I hope so. Someone's official sport has to be dodgeball.
Michigan State. Oh wait, no, that's Michigan State dodgeball. That's a college.
Yes.
What state's official sport is dodgeball?
Always find the latest and greatest breaking news on the Funny Business Podcast.
I'm not really seeing an affirmative.
No. Well, dodgeball's kind of, it's not really in school anymore because people get injured. So, although neither is jousting.
I keep seeing Michigan State dodgeball.
Right. So the official sport of the state of Michigan is dodgeball. You heard it here first.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
We just confirmed.
So interesting, Matt. That I love that. That was great.
Thank you.
All right, here's mine. We as a human race have accepted the fact that silverware needs no more technical advancement.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty perfect. Well, the spork.
But I feel like that's what... Okay, now we're... God, fact checking. When was the spork
invented?
1874.
Oh, all right. I stand corrected. Okay. Then you are correct. Yeah, the silverware is perfect.
When was the fork invented?
Yep.
Around the year 1000.
Wow.
In Venice.
Interesting.
Latest silverware invention.
I mean, there's got to be. That's going to pop up like an electric can opener or something like that. But I don't count that as silverware. I think silverware is knives, forks, spoons, forks.
Yeah, it looks like there's really no technological advancement.
Yeah, that's weird.
We just got a whole bunch of silverware because we were keeping it for the point at which we move in, and it's decent silverware.
You can never have enough silverware. Never.
Right. I think we only have like 9 knives, which is like kind of weird, but like we have a ton of other things like forks, spoons.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of spoons, let me tell you. A lot of spoons.
But comes in handy. All right, my last one. I'm ready to blow your mind, Mike. And everybody listening to this podcast. Me. Yep. I sure will. So childhood games. There's a lot of childhood games. And even games we can still play now. Squid games. One of them being Uno.
I know where you're going with this.
You do know where I'm going with this? Yep. So Mike, just play along, act like. One of them was Uno. Do you like Uno? Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you, my mom and I used to love playing Uno. She used to trick me into winning all the time so I could take medicine.
So you used to win all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd you win?
Calling out Uno and then putting the last, you know how the game works.
Yeah, and then you put the last card down and that person wins, right?
Bippity boppity boo.
Yep. Nope.
What?
It's not how you win.
Huh?
Are you actually being serious now?
I'm really actually being serious. Okay. I thought you were going a different way.
No. So just because you put the last card down does not mean you win Uno.
How?
Mike, did you know Uno has a point system?
No.
So April and I were playing Uno a few weeks ago out back on our patio.
In the outback?
And I was just like, I'm just going to look at the directions. Why not? See if we were actually doing this right, which we were. Except for the point system. So when you put the last card down, you think you win, right?
Okay.
Incorrect. What actually happens is there's a point system. So you get points for every other person and how many cards they have. So each card has a different point value.
Right.
And then the draw 4 is worth like 10 points, whatever that is. So whoever puts the last card down, that person accumulates points for every other card that every other person is holding.
Right.
And then the first person to get 500 points wins Uno. So let's say that you do one round. There's 3 people. You put the card down. That person has 100 points. Play another round. After all the rounds, the first person who eats 500 points wins Uno. Came straight from the directions in the Uno box.
Oh, okay. Dude, that's crazy. The direction... I think what I was thinking of...
Yeah, what were you thinking of?
It had to do something with a card. Like, there's a couple cards that, like... Was it something that you can't win on a skip or you can't win on a draw 2?
You might. I think there's something like that.
Was that something like that? I forget what it was. Like, I have to have the game in front of me. But
yeah,
like there was something like that. But I've never heard. Like, I remember seeing like people play Uno online, like playing the video game online.
Yep.
And like there were points accumulated through that. But like there was never a 500 point. Oh, this person wins.
Yep.
Like it was more just like points accumulated from that. But that makes sense now, seeing all those points accumulated. I'm like, what are those points for? You already won. But that makes sense.
It's crazy.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for taking the time. You know why? Because we're lazy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
And I'm going to share another lazy thing for you all.
I'm ready.
And I don't know how well this will stick with everybody, but this sticks with me a lot. Vertical video went from being universally hated to the most popular form of video consumption.
Dude, that is crazy. TikTok,
Instagram,
Facebook,
YouTube now.
Is YouTube vertical now too?
YouTube Shorts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where we get all that popular good stuff. People love us.
Yep, absolutely.
People think that we're professionals.
Like, subscribe, unsubscribe,
Yep.
resubscribe. Yeah, that is weird. It's very, very weird.
And again, we're too lazy. The fact that we can't rotate our phones to watch a horizontal video and the screen real estate, it just, I don't know. It just like, I get it, but at the same time, like the idea that because vertical video is so easy and so accessible to shoot, people think that everybody can make a video here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Like people can sit there and be like, oh yeah, like, well, hey, Charlie D'Amelio just puts her phone up and she does a little dance. I can do that too. And then that takes away from videographers like myself and other people who I know very well, that now all these clients want vertical keep with the times, but you have to keep with and adjust, but it's just silly.
Yeah, very silly. Very, very silly. All right. Hope you all enjoyed that. One last segment before we wrap up this first episode in July. It is time for Buy or Sell. Mike, I will go first.
Okay.
I'm going to start with my buys. I'm buying free weekends.
Free weekends?
Free weekends. This weekend.
Like, FREE, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby.
This weekend, I am flying solo.
I'm riding solo.
Yeah.
What happened? Are you okay? Do we need to talk?
Yeah, no. April's just going to visit some friends in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So I got the weekend myself. I haven't had one in a long time.
Are you going to be okay with that?
I think I'm gonna be fine. But also my parents leave for vacation like this weekend as well. So I'm going golfing. Probably gonna go to church, and I think I'm gonna try to make. Now, again, I'm not a huge cook myself.
All right,
I've been getting a little better.
Lay it out. What do we want?
I don't know what I'm gonna make, but I'm gonna try to make like a 3-course meal.
Jesus,
I'm gonna go for it. I'm full send. I'm gonna try it.
Meanwhile,
I don't know what it is yet.
Meanwhile, there's me who makes spaghetti and meat sauce.
Yeah, but I just want to try it. I want to see how I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta keep me updated.
I will. But I'm excited. I mean, I haven't really gotten to golf much this season yet. So like I said, I'm going with some buddies, which would be fun. And then, yeah, the opportunities are endless.
I don't know what to do with myself.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm just gonna wake up in the morning and be like, what do I do with my hands?
What am I supposed to do?
How do I walk?
Would you be okay with a double T?
What?
A double T.
A double T? What is that?
Double T time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk. Absolutely. I forgot I still have more. But that being said, in regards to cooking, stay tuned for my sell. Just stay tuned. I'm also buying weddings because I'm not engaged. No.
Oh, okay.
Not engaged. But got some weddings coming up later on this summer, and some more next summer, and another RSVP. I'm very excited for wedding season. I think we've talked about this before. We're kind of at the point in our lives where a lot of our friends and family and people our age are getting married. So we're gonna have a lot of weddings to go to. I think is gonna be a lot of fun.
It's sad. I'm just kidding.
And then finally, I am buying the Immaculate Grid.
The Immaculate Grid?
Immaculate Grid.
What is that?
Thank you for asking, Mike. So the Immaculate Grid is a website called immaculategrid.com. Basically what it is a baseball grid. Yeah, Google it right now. You can actually, you can play. So basically, I'm going to show it on screen. This was my grid today. I went perfect 9 for 9. So it is a baseball grid where they either put baseball team logos atop and across, or different categories of baseball, and you have to guess a player that fits that category.
This is ridiculous.
It's awesome. I've gone 9 for 9 3 out of the past 4 days. I'm on fire.
Wow.
It's just very fun. It's a good brain teaser. It's kind of a good way to start the day if you're a baseball fan. It's challenging. It can be very, very challenging. Obviously, there's no cheating, but Mike, the tricky part is why it's called the Immaculate Grid. So obviously, there's 9 spots.
Right.
You only get 9 guesses.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you get one wrong guess, you cannot go 9 for 9.
So it is a 3x3 square, and each row and column has either a logo or a word next to it. So for this instance, and I'm assuming it refreshes every day, like kind of like a Wordle.
At midnight. Refreshes at midnight.
So right now there is the Boston Red Sox,
Minnesota Twins.
Thanks.
So Boston Red Sox, Minnesota Twins, and then an All-Star.
All-Star.
And then across the top, you have Miami Marlins, Milwaukee Brewers, and a 40-plus save season pitching.
So in the first square, so I'll just say 1A for using, we're using a Battleship here. The person is associated with the Boston Red Sox and the Miami Marlins.
Yes. So they would have to play for both teams. In an instance, if you do bottom left today, which is Miami Marlins All-Star, it can be any player that was an All-Star that played for the Miami Marlins. And then the opposite side, if you go bottom right today, it's All-Star 40-plus save season. It is a player that had a 40-plus save season pitching and also at some point in his career was an All-Star.
If it's green, is it correct?
Yes.
I think I got the bottom left square correct.
Who'd you guess?
Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, that's who I had today. Yeah. Now, all right, I'll throw you another easy one. Bottom right. Don't overthink it.
Type it in.
It's not hard.
Yeah, Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Yep. Yeah.
2 for 2, baby.
There we go. It's electric. And like everybody in the office is playing it. It's just kind of fun. Like, how'd you do on the grid today?
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah. It's challenging sometimes. It's very challenging and frustrating.
I'm going to stop there. I'm going to keep my streak
it's a good one to do. All right, moving on to my sell. I'm selling tardiness. Tardiness. Okay. It's just not hard to just make sure you're on time for things. I mean, I understand things pop up, traffic, or something pops up while you're trying to get ready. There's no reason to be late all the time. There's also no reason to, if you're at work and you're working on something and someone needs it by a certain time, if you're going to need a little more time, give some notice. You shouldn't always have to the person needing the thing shouldn't always have to be constantly reminding you to hey, I need this by then. Hey, is this done? Need this by then. Just have some self-awareness.
Okay.
And finally, I'm selling Burns. Yeah, Burns. So obviously I just said I want to cook a 3-course meal. I think I can do it. I think I'm ready. However, we came back, April and I came back to the apartment and we went to put some Elios in the oven.
Elios?
Sure. And I went to put it in the oven and I didn't hit the oven rack, but I hit the top of the oven, on my wrist, and I put it in. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. It doesn't really burn. I think I just barely grazed it.
Right.
About half hour later, I had a bubble. And now I don't know if you can see, but right there.
You're turning into Spider-Man.
I might be turning into Spider-Man. It literally, I had a bubble 30 minutes later, and I didn't even think I touched it that hard.
Oh.
So now April is extremely nervous to leave me alone and cook for the weekend. But I'm going to be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You got it.
Thank you. Yeah. Any suggestions of what I should make?
This not that this was the first time, but the first time I've participated in marinade. So I'll have to send you what we marinated our shrimp in, and then grilling it. Well, not really grilling it, putting it on the skillet, cooking it through that way. That was good. I'm trying a 3-course meal. So
Yeah,
do you mean an appetizer, entree, dessert?
No, I think I'm going to do entree and 2 sides.
Oh, okay. I mean, mashed potatoes are great. Like,
To you.
oh yeah, you don't like mashed potatoes.
I don't love mashed potatoes.
Shit.
Which everybody at work makes fun of me for that, by the way.
A vegetable is always good.
That's what I think. I think I'm definitely doing a vegetable.
We had peas last night.
Hate peas. All-time quote.
Carrots are always good.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think I want to try to make, but I don't know how to make? Brussels sprouts.
Those are like you chop them up and
I like Brussels sprouts.
Put a little seasoning on it and put it in the oven. Let it bake. Yeah.
Balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar. That's a big word for Emma. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, definitely a vegetable, a grain. So like rice-a-roni is always good too. You can just follow the directions on the box.
Yep.
And then your meal.
Yeah. I think I might make something that like April can't eat with her allergies.
Yeah, treat yourself.
Yeah.
Treat yourself, man.
Yeah. I also I haven't had fish in a long time. I'm just kind of nervous to cook fish on the first time myself.
Yeah.
So I think I might stick with like chicken.
Stick with the chicken, shrimp, or beef.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
Make some tacos.
I could. Opportunities are endless.
Ooh. Make some nice rice, like Mexican rice, chips and salsa, and your tacos.
It's got potential.
Yeah. Wow, Matt, what a segue into mine.
Go for it.
I'm going to buy bargain grocery shopping.
Love this.
Matt, we went to this place. And all I'll say is you insert a quarter into the cart and the cart's yours. And then when you turn it, you put the cart back in a little row and you slide something in, you get your quarter back.
Oh. And
this place also doesn't use grocery bags. Do you have an idea what I'm talking about?
No.
All right. Well, I will keep them out. But,
can you text me the name?
Yeah. You might want to go here now.
I'm curious. How close was it to where you were?
No, I mean, it did that. Not that like it was a walk down the street. I mean, I'm sure it was kind of meeting in the middle almost. But, Matt.
Oh, okay. I haven't really shopped there.
We got a dozen eggs, 90 cents.
Excuse me?
Yep. Matt, grass-fed beef, $4.
Okay.
You usually pay $8 to $9.
Ground beef?
Ground beef, 1 pound of grass-fed beef.
Wow.
$4. Other places you go, $8 to $9 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our first time. What's that?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
It was our first time experiencing that. You know, we weren't sure what we were getting, but we were kind of just basically perusing. We were window shopping per se. And we found eggs and beef. And like, there's a point, I think, where the beef was that it said limit 6 per person. So they even know that's a steal.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, there's not really one of those like super close to us, which is the issue. We've been going here. I'm going to text it to you.
We've been going
this is great radio or great podcasting. Their rewards program is really great for like meat. Like super cheap.
So that's the place that you pay $8 to $9 for a pound of grass-fed beef.
The one that we go to right by our apartment, it's way better than the one that we used to go to in college.
This one and that one and this one.
The prices are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, bargain grocery shopping. What a day. I'm also buying music in the shower.
Yeah.
So I had to install a shower rack because we needed a little bit more rack space in our shower. And there is one rack and one shelf in particular that's high enough where you can actually put a water resistant speaker up at the top, and then you could shower, and like it just gets moist. You can just put it up on the top, and then you can play music. And we kind of have like a dedicated speaker for like this side of the house. So like if we're in the shower, like it's up here. If I'm in the office, it's here, like in this corner. So that way, like, there's always a speaker accessible whenever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
music in the shower is just a game changer. Different vibe.
I was listening to Gold Digger by Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman, the remix. There was a remix of Man, I Feel Like a Woman. So I was pumping up for today's pod.
Nice.
Boy, my cells. I'm a little bit more narcissist. No, not a narcissist. I'm a little more a negative Nelly for myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm selling customer service done wrong.
Yeah.
So Jenna and I, we've obviously had to like find some extra things. She needed to find spokes to keep her desk shelves up. Like they're little metal things that like, if you've put together like shelving or anything like that, like you stick the metal cylinder into the side and that's what has the shelf rested on. So we walk into this particular place. It's not orange, it's blue. And person right at the front, there's customer service right at the front. I thought that was nice. So we were like, we're looking for this. Like, don't want to peruse around because we're not here this often. So we just need to find a spot. It's this aisle. So we go down this way. Aisle 63. We couldn't find an aisle 63. So then we asked another person. The other person said that it's not an aisle, it's a section. So like, it's not really this big, long aisle. It's this little section in the front. So of course we go up there, can't find it. The third person comes by. Like, we're looking for this. Oh, it's in hardware. So we go down about like 60 aisles. We almost come back to where we find that person at customer service. And we find the spokes. I mean, it took like 10 minutes to find the spokes, but like we asked 3 people to find this little thing. And we basically did a full circle around the entire place.
That's tough.
Yeah. I'm also selling Fallout Boy.
Oh?
Yeah. Rando, right?
Didn't expect that one.
So if you grew up in our generation, Matt and I, you were familiar with Billy Joel with We Didn't Start the Fire. Banger of a song. If you knew the lyrics, great. Matt, Fallout Boy came with a newer version of We Didn't Start the Fire.
Oh.
So their version of We Didn't Start the Fire ranges from, and I'm going to look it up because it's literally right on their album, 1989 to 2023.
Okay.
So for those who aren't familiar, are you familiar with We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel? Okay.
We didn't start the fire.
Yeah. So Billy Joel goes through kind of chronologically like things that happen. I'm trying to think. Trying to sing in my head.
Yeah, I can't think of the words, but
Buddy Hatton. Crap. It involves all the historical events. Fallout Boy decides to just do a mashup. So it's not chronologically speaking, because you hear Michael Phelps, and then all of a sudden you hear Harambe. And it's like, that didn't happen in that same timeline.
No.
So I get the point of it, and maybe there was some creative licensing that like they couldn't do it in chronological order. But it's like, everybody's like, I really enjoy this song. And it's like, you clearly didn't listen to Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire. And I think what even is going to get more upsetting is that, oh, well, you know, Fall Out Boy came up with this great song. And it's like, no, like Billy Joel was the one who started with this song.
That is frustrating.
Yeah, you'll have to listen to it. And it's hard to understand them, too. And I don't know if I'm just getting old, but like you can't understand what they're saying in their song.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to beat any Billy Joel song. I mean, Billy Joel and Fall Out Boy are two quite opposites, I would probably say. So it's interesting they kind of chose to mash that up. And honestly, I think if you would have told me that they were coming out with this, I think I would have expected something like this, because Billy Joel's just masterpiece.
And then lastly, I'm selling the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And you may think, and our audience may think, oh, Mike's going to talk about the student loans thing. Well, I'm going to talk about just what happened in general the last 2 days of June 30th and June 29th. So first they got rid of affirmative action, which basically doesn't give college and universities the way to see diversity within their applicants.
Oh.
So they got rid of, you know, being able to list what is your race based on the application process.
Wonderful.
So campuses can't now look at the applications and diversify their campus the way that it is. The second one they obviously got rid of was the student loan debt relief. Don't need to go any further from that.
Yep.
Just the amount of PPP loans that have been forgiven. especially by individuals, not just businesses. And the third one was really awful. Was there was a marketing company that denied the right to a gay couple to use their services for a website. They thought that was freedom, the First Amendment given to that ruling. So it just seems like it wasn't I don't know. Like, I don't want to make a political stab. I don't want to make a political soapbox, but just recognizing that those decisions have been made and have been finalized. It, I'm just going to leave it at that.
I have a question. Did I hear correctly that the Supreme Court has summer break?
Yeah. So they made this decision, Matt. It was specifically for us, the student loan debt relief, the last day that they were working. So that way they could go off into their $billion vacation homes and not be bothered.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Right. I mean, what are they, kids? They need the summer off so they can go eat some ice cream and play in the sand. I mean, what the hell is this?
Literally the Supreme Court. Literally the last day they made these decisions before heading off for vacation.
This is a joke. This is just a joke. That's so stupid. My God. I'm done.
Yeah. The highest court, needs the highest vacation. So.
Jeez.
So, just everyone, not to give advice, but there's an importance of voting because everybody thinks the presidential election is the most important election. No, it's literally every election because there are decisions that are made based on the people that you vote for, the people you don't vote for. So,
yeah, that's wild. Please vote.
Yeah. But speaking of not voting, you can do. You can follow, like, share, comment, subscribe, favorite, retweet, like. I mean, I'm also selling Twitter too, but we already know that. Solo.to/funnybusiness. Our merchandise is here. I have it on my list, trying to update the merchandise. So that way we can come out with some cool things in the next quarter. That's actually, I think, the new fiscal year. Yeah. Happy New Year, Matt.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. What is your advice for the good people of the funny business world?
My advice, I'm just going to keep with it. I'm going to say make sure you vote in elections. Try to stay up to date. I mean, I'm guilty. I don't really follow politics as much as I should. But I try to educate yourself on a little more. I'm not saying you have to follow it every day or you have to know every single thing that's going on. But, if there's a big story that's really been across every news platform, maybe just find out what's going on. And before you vote, do your research on your candidates. Because before you know it, voting season will be here.
Yep.
So do your research on candidates. Don't just go to the polls and say, well, I'm going to vote for all these Republicans and I'm going to vote for all these Democrats, because there might be some outliers that you actually don't like who they are as a person. Just because they're Republican does not mean they have all the same values as you as a Republican, and same with Democrats or Green Party or whatever. So just be educated and make sure you vote.
Yeah. Ballotready.com. Always a great resource.
Yes.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
No. But it literally helped us.
It did help us. Yes.
It did. We were proud to do that ad because we actually used it and it was great.
And we also just didn't get paid for that ad.
Right.
Yeah. So
losers. Hey, we're doing a service. Public service.
Yes.
So go out and be free today. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.